Astronaut, astronaut. Short, A says a. Egg, egg. Short, E says e. A says e. Integrity, integrity. I. Short, I says I. Y says I. Octopus, octopus. Short, O says ah. A. W says ah. A says ah. A. U says ah. O-U-G-H says ah. A-U-G-H says ah. Umbrella, umbrella. Short, U says O-U says O says Acorn, acorn. A. Long A says A. A blank E says A. I says A. Y says A. Y says A. A says A. I says A. AIGH says A. EIGH says A. Eat, eat. E. Long E says E. E blank E says E. E says E. A says E. Final Y says E. E says E. I says E. Y says E. Ice cream, ice cream. I. Long I says I. I blank E says I. IGH says I. Final Y says I. IE says I. Ocean, ocean. O. Long O says O. O blank E says O. A says O. W says O. U says O. E says O. UGH says EW says O. Unicorn, unicorn. U. Long U says U. U blank E says U. E says U. EW says U. And here are consonant ones we're going to review today. Jumping jack, jumping jack. J. J says J. G-E says J. G-I says J. G-Y says J. D-G-E says J. D-U says J. Net, net. N says N. K-N says N. G-N says N. Mustache, mustache. M says MB says MN says So today in word study, we are going to focus on words that have the long E spelling pattern in them, and some words that have the short E spelling pattern in them. So you are going to need a piece of paper and a pencil, and that can be the backside of something or in a notebook. And this time you are going to set up 4 columns. You can just draw a line across the top and 3 lines down to set up those 4 columns. So you can make your paper look like my screen. 1 column for EA says like in the word head. 1 column for EE says E. 1 column for EA says E, like in beach. And the last column for E blank E says E. So as we go through, I'm going to tell you different words, and you are going to get to build those words and decide where they belong on our sort. So the first word is speech. Build the word speech. And remember, if you build it and it doesn't look right, you can always try a different vowel spelling pattern instead. So I would build the word speech on my board just like this. And I know speech as E says E. So go ahead and underline that EE says E spelling pattern, and I'll show you where I put it on my sort paper. Give yourself a big check mark if you got that. All right, and our next word is sweat. Build the word sweat. So in the word sweat, I hear eh, I hear short E. So I think we build sweat with EA says eh, sweat. Check mark if you rock that. The next word you're going to build is sweep. Build the word sweep. This one's different. You rocked it if you built sweep with EE says E. Sweep. The next word is compete. This is a tricky one. Build the word compete. So I would build the word compete just like this. Eat. E blank E says E at the end of compete. So you can add that to your sort list. The next word is heavy. Build the word heavy. In heavy, I hear eh. I hear the short E sound. So I think we build heavy with EA says eh. Z, and I hear E at the end. That's a final Y says E. Heavy. Give yourself 2 check marks if you rock that tricky one. All right, our next word is freedom. Try to build the word freedom. If you know how to build the smaller word free, you probably rocked this one. Freedom has EE says E. Freedom. I'm going to add it to my list. All right, the next word to sort is 15. Build the word 15. So I would build 15 like this. If een. 15 has EE says E, so I'll add it to that list. And our next word to build is reader. Build the word reader. Like, I know you're a great reader. So this one is a different one. If you know how to spell the smaller word read, I bet you rocked this. Reader has EA says E. Read. And then this ends with ER. ER says ER. Reader. Check mark if you rocked it. Ooh, that's the first one under our EA says E list. And the last word is extreme. This is a really tricky one. Build the word extreme. So we build extreme just like this. X, TR says ter, eam. So this has E blank, E says E. I'm going to add it to my list. Check mark if you rocked it. Nice job, friends. So up next, it's nonsense word blending time. So here is where you get to use what you know about our long vowel spelling patterns and our different chunks to help you blend out the words. All right, copy down this first silly nonsense word and go ahead and circle the chunks you see. Then try to blend it. So I would circle WR says EE says E. This word is E, reap, reap. Say silly reap. All right, the next word, you can copy it down and circle the different chunks that will help you blend it. So I would circle PH says EE says E. And just like on our jumping jack wall card, DGE says J. E. Fee, feege. Say silly feege. Copy down our next nonsense word and circle those chunks. So in this silly word, I would circle PH says F, EE says E. Full E, fleet. Say silly fleet. All right. You can copy down this next nonsense word and circle those chunks. Then try to blend it. So here, I would circle KN says N, EE says E, knee, neem. Say silly neem. All right, here's our next one. I bet you're getting really good at this. In this word, we should circle KN says N, EA can say E or it can say eh. So I could blend this word neep or nep. Good job if you used either vowel sound. And the next word, copy it down and circle those chunks. So I'm going to go ahead and circle GN says N, like on the net wall card. And EE says E, neek, neek. Say silly neek. And here's another one. Look for those chunks that will help you blend it. So in this word, I would circle DR says der, EE says E, and this is a tricky one, like on the mustache card. MB says mm. So this word is dream. Say silly dream. So up next, we have a syllable challenge. So in first grade, we know that we don't have to say and listen to the different sounds in a word to figure out how many syllables there are. We can use what we know about vowels and vowel teams. So we're going to look for vowel letters and vowel teams. Here's your first challenge. You can write down the word and circle the vowels or vowel teams. Then write how many syllables the word has. Great, so you should have circled the vowel O. And actually, this is a vowel team. E blank E says E. So this word compete has two vowel sounds. So it has two syllables. And here's your next and last syllable challenge. Write it down and circle the vowel teams or the vowel letters. Then write how many syllables it has. So in this word, we should circle EA says because this word's heavy, like we put on our sort list. And final Y says E. So heavy has two vowel sounds. So it has two syllables. Really great job, first grade. I'll see you soon.